We're glad to have you join us on our grassroots governance program on Lagos Television Ibile Update. Here on the program, we keep you up to date with activities across the 57 local council areas in the state. I am Joy Olu. On Ibile Update today. On Ibile Update today, we focus on the just concluded local government election in Lagos State. Our correspondents monitored the voting exercise in several council areas, capturing the turnout, conduct, and general atmosphere of the polls. Here are the reports.
There is an impressive level of compliance to the order on the restriction of movement by the Lagos State Police Command for the local government election polls in the state. The first port of call were Ifelodun and Ajegunle streets in Ikosisheri Local Council Development Area.
I just casted my vote and Waji in Ikosisheri. You can all see that everywhere is very, very peaceful, and people are cooperating, and they are already even on ground before the LASIEC are here.
The narrative changed at Mile 12 International Market as residents of the area and traders trooped out in large numbers.
Mile 12 International Market is a different place. This government meant well for Lagosian, it meant well for Nigerian, for the local government. So there's no for you to come out and vote. On
Iyase Street in Agboiketu, Taiwo Kayode in Magodo, and Okugade Street in Koshofe Local Government, only few people came out to exercise their franchise.
It's peaceful everywhere, but the turnout is incredibly low, too low. In fact, I met just one person here when I got here, despite the fact that I've tried to mobilize across, the whole estate.
There's a slow turnout so far, but people are still coming out. I can see, immediately I got here, I can see a lot of people moving out. I think they are taking their time, but I believe as time goes on, a lot of people will come out.
For some resident and election observers, there is an urgent need for reorientation of eligible voters.
People have been coming out to exercise their franchise. Has never been any incidents of violence or electoral malpractice here.
It's extremely important. When you look at the federal, you're looking at policies, and states has its functions. The municipality, which is the local government, has its functions. And it's extremely important. They're the first line of contact with any form of governance.
Local government election to us in the Ikeja and Lagos is a priority. It's a priority to everybody. You can imagine the development that has taken place by the outgoing leaders of the councils. They are doing well. They've done well, and we expect that the coming government will do better.
Overall, the election was peaceful, and Lagosians are waiting for results to trickle in for them to know those that will run the affairs of their respective councils.
As voters across Oshodi, Solo, Mushin, Isolo, Ejigbo and Odiolowo Ojuwe local council development areas stepped out to perform their civic responsibility, our crew monitored the early morning movement of voting materials to polling units. While accreditation began promptly in some areas, logistics delay in others caused a slow start.
We've done very well, considering the fact that they delivered materials in time. Yes, we may have few delays, maybe due to certain, but they've done very well. And for the personnel, they also conduct themselves very well, at least where I voted and the nearby voting polls.
The process is fair, free. Though they didn't come out in time to every booth, polling booth. But as at this moment, everyone has been to the polling booth, especially every part of the INEC or LASIEC. They have been in the polling booth for now. And everybody, they are casting their vote now.
Turnout varied across locations. In parts of Oshodi and Mushin, there was vibrant participation and enthusiastic voters determined to make their voices heard. In contrast, more remote areas experienced a slower pace, with only a trickle of voters showing up in the early hours.
People are not coming as much as we have in 2023, but it's better than 2021. And the people are coming out to vote, and they're happy that they are voting.
People came out in mass to perform their civic responsibilities as expected. So it has been very encouraging.
The process has been seamless. People have been, coming out to vote, and so far it has been encouraging.
Voters praised LASIEC officials for their professionalism, especially in locations where materials arrived early and the process began on time. Many commended the seamless setup and peaceful conduct that defined the day's activities.
LASIEC did very well, although initially some areas they didn't come out early enough. I think by now we should put our axes in order for them to come out timely. We should manage our time.
The orderly exercise and overall smooth conduct of the election reflected growing confidence in the democratic process. As votes are tallied and results awaited, one message resonates clearly. When citizens rise to the occasion and fulfill their civic duty, democracy is strengthened.
5.
It's the 12th of July, and it's a very slow start of the day that is designated for the local government elections in Alimosho. At 8 a.m., Ebenezer Primary School in Egbeda, one of the designated polling units, appeared unprepared with no signs of election officials or materials. However, a different scene unfolded at Igbe-Dimu Council area, where electoral officials were already setting up for a smooth voting process.
We've been here before 8 o'clock because the voting actually starts by 8. And we informed the party agents. We told them that exactly 8 o'clock we'll be starting the voting. So, and I really appreciate the party agent. They are cooperating now. Everything is going on smoothly.
In Igodo Ikotu, officials depart the council secretariat for their duty post at 10:15 a.m. And according to the council authority, the outcome has been positive so far.
We have equally engaged the pioneers of the election, that is the LASIEC, on the free and fair election. And they have promised us that the election is going to be free, fair, and just today. And we don't expect anything less than that. You can see the atmosphere where we here now, that everybody is at peace with each other. So that is to tell you that everybody is ready for peace. Electorates are ready to cast their votes peacefully and go back to their home, while they expect the results at the end of the exercise.
As the day progressed, voting commenced at Ebenezer Primary School with a significant turnout of voters.
It was a painful experience that I, as the sitting vice chairman and the candidate of the All Progressive Party, is voting at this time of the day. I think they need to gear up. They need to redesign the way they operate. I will still give it to them because they brought in the material. It was late, but they also brought all what is necessary to be used for the election.
The delay is not so much. The reason is that, there's a little logistic problem, which is normal. But thank God they meet up
And those people on ground, at the end of the day, they all cast their vote and they're happy. Since the exercise is between the 8 and 3, we still have a lot of time and a lot of people are still voting now.
Ojo local government witnessed a considerable turnout, with the election process proceeding peacefully.
The process has been peaceful. I mean, as you can see, it's been a family affair, unlike what it was like in 2023 when I voted here, because at that time I was in the opposing camp. I was actually the candidate of the opposing party at that time, and my aunt, who was the former deputy governor, was in the ruling party, I mean, at that particular point in time. So the atmosphere then was with a lot of tension, even though we came out victorious at the both polling units at the end of the day. But today has been a family affair.
The elections were largely peaceful across Alimosho and its neighboring areas. Observers, however, commended the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission's efforts at ensuring the elections were free of disruptions, but encouraged the electoral body to continue improving voter education and engagement to boost future turnout.
That is all we can take on the program today. If you'd like to reach out to us, please send an SMS or WhatsApp message to the number on your screen. Do join us every day of the week at 8:20 in the morning, a 12:15 in the afternoon, and a repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. You can also watch Ibile Update on YouTube. I am Joy Olu. Thank you for watching.
Oh, yeah.